Good afternoon, everyone. Gabe Velazquez here with you, TransferTradeSolutions.com on the first day of 2026. AI trade, basically nothing changing really since only the calendar changing. We've got the same themes going. AI trade working today. Lots of volatility. In fact, let's get right into the charts. Today, again, another thin volume as the last first trading day of 2026 uh, is underway, and the last trading day of the holidays, thin trading conditions. So, let's get right into the charts and start with the S&P. Very choppy trading again today, uh, back and forth. We actually were bouncing off that gap that I mentioned. Here. We bounced off that in the New Year trading session, the early, and then we gave all that back, uh, and essentially just chopping around back and forth today, with Nvidia giving back a lot of the gains from earlier. If you watch Nvidia, you can see it was trading higher on the Asian news earlier today, right here. There's a bad tick here. Okay. Uh, and basically, what happened is you can see we traded up as high as 192 earlier, and we basically given back. We're still trading under the 190 resistance, which is interesting, going into next week, which your volume is going to come in. But I think this is also uh, moving the indexes around. Nvidia is probably the best stock to watch as a leading indicator. You can see also the same kind of dynamics here in the NASDAQ futures. So all told, lots of choppy trading to be expected here, thin volume. There's some underlying, a lot of the semiconductor stocks are moving today, uh, generally positive there, but not really having a lot of follow through, especially Nvidia. Apple's actually down a little bit this morning, this afternoon as well, going into the close. So kind of a mixed bag. And all the moves, you got healthcare stocks. Humana's up pretty good. Some of the energy shares are up. LNG, which we're long here at TTS, having a really nice pop today, up four, right up against resistance at 200. This is in spite of nat gas just kind of flailing here still. So overall, um, a positive start today. I don't think you can make a lot out of it. It's a lot of thin volume trading, lots of algorithmic trading machines. Next week is going to be the real deal. We got non-farm payrolls. Volume's going to come back in. I think that's, more going to be meaningful. Not that this, and again, a lot of the same themes. Even Bitcoin's getting into the action here today, but still nothing new. It looks like all of the early morning rally and all of these risk on assets have kind of faded out here. So I think the levels to watch for next week will be obviously the all-time highs at 7,000 here, let's call it, which could happen. But I think in order for that to happen, you have to have Nvidia rally above 200. If that's the case, I think S&P makes a new high. Um, VIX also looked like it was going to move above 15. It's still sitting at 14 and a half. I think it goes to 13. Next week is going to be a volatile week, I suspect. I wrote about it over last weekend's newsletter. I think we've got the court decision with tariffs. We got a potential announcement of the Fed chair, a possible lockdown at the end of January, another government shutdown, and then obviously data is now starting to come out with the jobs number Friday, a week from today. So all of it, I think, spells an increase in volatility. Um, the dollar also, rates are jumping again today. We've been expecting that they're going to jump above 420, but it hasn't happened yet. Let's see if that actually does materialize. And I think we go to 425, 435, and how that will impact the rest of the markets. We'll have to see. The dollar also starting to pop a little bit here. Maybe this is portending higher rates. Um, Metals, still the story here, pulling back somewhat. I think silver is the one that's most vulnerable to a bigger correction. If it breaks 70 decisively, I think it probably goes into the 60s. And oil all over the map again. Oil shares, however, are acting better today. We got EOG up, Chevron, Exxon, all the big, a lot of the oil and gas stocks were up today. Maybe again, rotation. Uh, Worst performers of last year, maybe seeing some bid this year. Again, one day doesn't make any kind of trend or whatever. So we'll see. And then, nat gas. I think bottom line with nat gas is as long as these back month contracts, the March, April stay above 3, we may be bottoming out. So it's actually more important to watch the March, April, May contracts stay above 3, and and maybe that will mark a low. If they break below 3, by the way, particularly the March, April, and May contracts like below 3, uh, that may be troublesome for the nat gas futures market. But again, even despite that, oil and gas stocks, particular LNG, which is really concentrated in nat gas, EQT, which is another one that's heavily involved in nat gas, that's kind of flat. So, going to be interesting to see what nat gas does, especially over the weekend. It's very volatile, but I think those are the key levels. It's kind of treading water right out the bottom levels here. So all in all, again, today was kind of again, another uh, lackluster, choppy trading session in the indices, but a lot of stuff going on below the surface. Don't expect that to change much next week. I think volatility is going to increase, and there's going to be tons of opportunities starting next week. Um, See if there's any follow through to the moves today. If there is none, then you could just point to the lack of volume and some of the algorithmic trading going on. In any event, give me a thumbs up, sign up for the newsletter. I do have a class coming up in a couple of weeks. I'll announce that coming up on Tuesday of next week. So have a happy new year. Again, I hopefully wish everybody healthy, happy new year for 2026. I think the markets are going to be great as usual, but you still have to be disciplined. You still have to have a process. All that good stuff is a quick, good reminder going into the first of the year. Have a great weekend. Happy New Year, and we'll see you next Tuesday. Take care.